Okay, let's see if we can get through the first week of this mission. An hour played and we're on day 5. Just how things go sometimes. Well, this group will not survive another attack. There's no heroes nearby. The top side is also pretty secure, but yeah, 4 heroes fanning out to the southern end. Yeah. I still think we might have to teleport to one of these 2 cities. The problem here is not what he can produce there. The problem here is whittling out the initial massive army he had, and I think we did a good job here with the fight we ended with last time. That just isn't going to be enough. Try to get more defense. The reason I'm focusing it would be nice to focus on defense is because we have a fairly powerful magical ability and we can resurrect. So what we need is the people to stay alive as long as possible. That's why I'm sort of looking at defense as a point to focus on. I think we need to move closer to the city. Maybe not too close. There's a hostile hero somewhere there. He might not be able to get at us, but I also don't know if we could. Same here. I think the enemy heroes are somewhere around here, so not at immediate danger, but there's the but. We are at danger. I wouldn't want to lose these troops either. There's no direct path here, that's good. You should be safe. I need to drop you off. We're going scouting. And what about you? I think I sort of need to consolidate troops for a moment. We don't have the money to buy new ones yet. That's 20. Ooh. Should I take that? Or not? The extra mercury is welcome. The thing is, we could also sort of pull back a little bit. Yeah, 80. We'll probably win this. Probably. We're gonna lose a lot of units. Yeah. Might not win it. That's a very strong possibility this time. Depends on what they shoot, really. Okay. This is, we'll win this, but yeah, this is a tough one. Hopefully this Mercury is worth it. Yeah, I could have fought a little bit better here. You want to kill off the stacks here. Otherwise they get free attacks, and that's no good. Yeah, free attack, free attack, free attack. Well, we'll get a source of extra mercury, but everything is lost. Scouting. We don't have much of an army left anymore, so we might as well take a peek. How the hell do you gain access to that place? We don't see enough, that's a problem. I'm not buying anything, I need to save money. Oh shit. I see what sort of an army... What sort of an army are you carrying? How the hell do you gain access? Maybe here? Don't know. We need to find out. I see it. Several horde packs, so that's a typical hero. And that's a sign, because now the situation is nearly not so bad. What is that? Eagle Eye skill increased by 10%. Yeah, that's vital to our success here. I wish you could just sail this crap away. Okay, we need to teleport away now. Question is where? We're still a bit low on money. Roland cannot be here. If they end up in a serious fight, we are lost. Cannot escape from such a fight. If it starts, we're fucked. So these guys should not be used as scouting. Best hero. My best hero is 3211. Yeah, that's my best hero. He has the gold advantage, resource advantage, and army strength advantage. I don't doubt the army strength. The problem really is I can't use the 3 hero as scouts. There's another problem. Yeah. Oh, one of them is already here. 2 of them here. Yep. At least 4 on the offensive. What is this? Aglarande. So Aglarande is a buff to be attacked. We do need to get the fudge out of here. I'm not quite sure what to use. Magma or energy? I think we'll go with magma. Yeah, we're not gonna be moving now, are we? Implosion. Can I use Implosion? So, yes I can. That's interesting because I have 36 power and Implosion is a very powerful spell. What kind of damage are we looking with the Armageddon? 1920 points of damage against everyone on the field. Implosion 3000 points of damage on a stack. Ah. Air elemental summonings is probably still our best spell. And naturally resurrection. Can't forget that. Anyway, without spell casting we're not gonna survive, so at least we can stop bitching about that. Okay, what's sort about? Okay, we can't see. I'm trying not to do anything yet. Week is just about to be changed, so it seems like, yeah, this is the entrance to their area. Going in scouting is worthwhile to sacrifice this. Oh shit, Ring of Vitality? No it's not. Giving them the Ring of Vitality is not catastrophic. But since we're likely to be massing a huge army of Phoenix anyway, it would aid us quite a bit. Yeah, it hasn't done all that good of a job spreading out either. We still need to gather up some forces, gather up some spells. Great. Luck +3, unaffected by morale. Unaffected by morale. Morale +4. Yeah, I'll take the basic version. Hello. I have to do this all over again on the next week, and then we'll probably start harassing them. No point delaying this too much. We new spells, Magic Mirror. Chance to reflect. Ooh, Berserk, that's good, that's very good. Especially against the massive armies they have. Earth Elemental. Upgrade. Cheap to upgrade, I like that. Anything else? Yeah, we could have taken one more stack. Anyway. Surprise, surprise, don't have enough resources to upgrade 16 Fireburst Phoenixes. How much does the upgrade cost anyway? Yeah, we probably we lack money and sulfur. That's pretty clear. Better do the upgrades. So we can have both of them. Firebirds and Phoenixes. This isn't exactly an impressive army. They had something like these in the hundreds. It's a solid army and we might be able to make it through. I'm certainly going to give it a shot, but yeah, this isn't a done deal. We should have better stats. We'll see how this goes. We definitely don't want to use the Orb of Inquisition. It'll just doom us to failure. Wait. We might... no. I need to know. Yeah, they're Only this group's vulnerable. We might as well move from this city. Yes. That is good. I want the alternative creature stacks reinforced. Shit. I really don't have any money. We don't need gems or anything. We don't really. I don't think we need sulfur either. Not crystals. Definitely not stone. Or wood. Mercury is where it's at. Get a few more phoenixes out of that. Magical elementals. We do want this large stack of strong creatures. In many ways they're much more useful than other kinds of sizable stacks of creatures. Might as well take those too. Although the energy elementals are probably much more useful, but sprites tend to attract negative attention for some reason, and I don't know why. Computer hates them. Ooh, there's increase archery. A road. One-way exit monolith. Yeah, we need to reveal areas. Swarm, Throng. Oh, yeah, they still have large armies. Holy shit, do they have large armies? But this isn't actually bad. The thing is, that army had a single stack. Well, two. Swarm and Throng. Well, it is a sizable army no matter how you cut it. But the first army we faced had a huge amount of everything. That does not. There is a sizable army, but with 4 large stats. Anything but the main army will lose against it. But you pack lots, several zounds! Zounds of imp. Holy shit, I haven't seen a zound before. Not in this game at least, so let's go meet a zound of imps. We have to decide what we're going to do though. Useless. The zounds is the only thing he has. The thing is this the best thing to use against that? Yes it is. Or is it? Yes. 506, yeah, it's not. It's right at the edge of zounds. It's not that big of a deal. And the hero is crappy. We're going to be attacking right from the start as heavily as we can. He'll retreat very likely. So we want to be able to cause massive casualties, which means Armageddon's blade. Hello. So this is our best way to attack the enemy. Just kill off the weaker heroes to drain the units. To get that amount of familiars, 500. What do you get? You get about 20 a week. Yeah, and thank you very much. All morale bonuses during combat for both you and your opponents are negated. That's not too bad, because are not affected by morale. They might have more positive morale, I cannot really have morale. Magic resistance by 15%. Ocean travel increase, that's nice. We have well, this guy might not have it, but we have an amulet that increases our magical resistance. Yeah. You could get more range damage out of that. That the Coat of Counterpoise also increases magical resistance, so maybe I should get those. Fudge has it. You 5% quality. Well, it's not exactly great. Ooh, it's you. Run away! One-way exit. One-way exit. Where? Ah, he must have a teleportation system right next to his major fortress. So basically, he's popping heroes out of here. That's how he does it. Vitality. That's 1 hit points for every unit. And extra magical resistance. So it's now 20% magic resistance for all of those. 1 in 5 chance. Yeah. If it's a mass spell, I think everyone has a 20% chance of resisting. So it won't be thrown just once. I'm going to need more swarm, throng, horde, lots. Yeah, because the issue is not the units he can produce, it's what he has. So it's a matter of draining them. Shit. One, two, three, four. Yes, a constant 5. City is fairly close there. We just need to walk a little bit on the road and we're there. I still think he probably has the most of his troops there. So what I'm going to do is go back to the city and collect the new week's production. No, it'll take several days to get the money to do that, so I think we're better off moving forward. It's not an amazing thing to do, but it's something we have to do. The thing I'm worried about is how the fudge I'm going to keep these guys safe. %, extra damage. We'll take a look. We need some kind of scouting. Okay, there's an impenetrable wall there. That's good to know. So we're not quite as vulnerable here. Crap. Yeah, very unimpressive army. It seems like a week's production. Nothing else, so... Last eve, as Gelu lay sleeping in his bunk, an odd dream came to him. It was filled with visions of glorious battles and immense personal power being heaped upon him. He saw himself chosen by General Kendall as the new king of Erathia. Later he saw himself as ending the feuds in Antagarish and being named leader of the entire continent. He saw Antagarish finally at peace. All the while in the background was this lovely woman, her eyes the color of emeralds, her skin like fine silk, her hair the color of steel. She was intoxicating, invigorating and mysterious. In every sequence of this possible future he saw, there she was, and she gave him a sense of calm and strength. The last image he witnessed before waking was that of a finely crafted sword. Instantly he knew this was his key to which he dreamed of. He immediately knew this sword was to be his, and had been instrumental in creating the world in which he lived during that dream. That sword looked mysteriously like Armageddon's blade. Yeah, it's a very dangerous sword. It seems to be using some kind of a seductive power. Okay. Not just burn them away. I'm a little worried about, not all that much worried about, to be honest, how we can maintain a high power level before entering the final fight. Get knowledge. Destroy undead, that's going to be very useful. Yeah, I should give some of the weaker crap away. There's no point really taking it there. Immune to Berserk spell. Oh yeah, I think we could use that. We do not want someone casting Berserk on our old troops. That's the end. That's the end. That's the end for everything if that happens. From now on, we have to have enough cash at hand to be able to buy our leaders away from fights. We don't want to be in a situation where they get... Does this lead? No. Where the equipment they are carrying gets captured by the enemy. Swarm throwing horde lots, yeah, time to attack. $14, 7, 9, 8, 31, 47, 36, 35. 400! Jesus Christ. Now, they've been here from the start, I'd imagine. I can't let them get access to some of our troops, but it means we'll have to annihilate that group entirely. We'll leave the magma bastards here as sort of a bait. Immune to fire, yep. Armageddon. Yep, there's still a ton of them left. I don't want that piece of crap to shoot, not even once. Blind, lovely. Yeah, the phoenixes are going to suffer. That's actually exactly what I want. Because it's much easier to resurrect a single stack than to worry about everything else. Is it too early for that though? No, because they might try to escape at any second. $37 pixies lost, 16,000 experience gained. So things are working well for us. Ooh, that's me. And I fucking forgot to buy our hero back. Ah, luckily he's still there. Okay. Hello. Offensive skill. Yeah, 49. What does that mean? Throw not swarm horde. It's the glowing thing. Does it mean I can't cast or that spellcasting is somehow buffed? What does it mean? We need to know because... shit. Well, we just saved. Let's just get on with things. Okay, we have to reposition ourselves a bit. There's no hero here, so I'm not worried at all. We have huge advantage against most heroes anyway, and with no heroes... Okay, this went a little bit poorly now. That's the problem. But that's the only real problem. That's something we can deal with. Withdraw the pixies a little bit. Yeah, they have solid stats. The problem is for him that my crappier units have much better stats than they have. As far as attack, yeah. Enchantments suppress all other magic. So this is a regular fight to the death. Here's the problem. I need to attack the devils. They have no retaliation attack. That's not acceptable. Yeah, this is fine. Attack the phoenixes all you want. That's just perfect. Gather up all there, kill every single one of them if you want. That's fine. Okay, that's funny. I want that stack to attack first. No. Fudge, we can't resurrect here. Crap. It's amazing how how easily you forgot that. Shouldn't be too big of a problem. Yeah, only 6 loss. More defense, probably. So yeah, that was their main defense. They have nothing left, so this is the end. Their main combat hero was out of town when we attacked. That's pathetic. That's why they don't have a good defense here anymore. They had the one guy, everyone else was out of town. And once we destroyed his army, they had nothing to fall back on. That's beautiful. I want to kill you. Greater, no, flail, dragon scale, shield, tome of fire magic. Congratulations, you have reached your destination. Presses cargo intact. Yin can claim victory. So, very much of a whop at the end. Yeah, I thought they might have the defensive hero here on standby. That seems to make the most sense to me, but I'm guessing the teleportation system has a weakness. So does the terrain, because it's very maze-like. So if you straggle on, just wander around a little bit, it'll take, without Tom Portal, it'll take several turns to get back. And once we started to attack, we took what, 2 to 3 days to punch through everything. So they simply didn't have time to do anything. So, well, I'll take the victory. We wasted time at the start anyway, so glad that this didn't get dragged out for too long.
Lucifer Cregan is dead. The few remaining Cregan clans have gone into hiding. All but a few of the elemental confluxes have disappeared. I am sure we will see them again, if needed. As for myself and Roland, we will soon depart for Enroth, and I will see my son again. As for Zhelyu, I left Armageddon's blade in his hands. Following our victory, he and his guerrilla army vanished into the Erothian forests. I do not know if he intends to destroy the weapon or keep it for himself. In time, I'm sure we will all know.
Difficulty level impossible. Yeah, we're a Scorpicore score. Okay, our first campaign in the expansion pack. Holy shit, was this long. But this was the title campaign, so it might have been longer than normal. I don't get why we got to play with the Cregan at one point, and there was the hero, and the campaign sort of gave the impression that we might be playing with him again, told us to level him up, and well, I didn't read it too detailed, but it sort of felt odd. It was more story focused than a faction focused. I don't mind that. This was okay, a little too much text, but it also gave it a little bit of a more structure. So I don't consider it a negative thing, but it does get annoying to read when it constantly day after day after day you get the text screen, and it doesn't really contain all that useful information. Usually, you get repeats of what you already knew. A few of the funnier parts that I guess could have been a story with relationships between certain heroes. I'm hoping that'll pay out in some real way, because the text screens just weren't enough. Maybe between the what devil hero that we played with and the guy who got to keep the sword, they have a history now. So maybe it'll be playing out in some of the other campaigns to let play. At least that's what I'm hoping. Another victory for Bob. Scorpio Core is already quite good, but yeah, it is definitely a huge increase in the hero powering up and the size of armies. I don't mind the size of army increases, although it can. You really need some kind of teleportation system to make it work conveniently. I do mind the hero powering up thing. That's quite drastic. Because it reduces things to the point where you need the one hero you developed all through the campaign. You can't just switch things around anymore. And if you sort of like we had the Roland, the king. It was a bit weaker hero, and that would have been borderline useless there. We could have gotten him up to do the task, but it would have been a huge struggle, especially since he had the weaker stats and he had no spellcasting really. So no teleportation, you'd have to run around avoiding heroes. Probably would have lost quite a few of our cities. Yeah, have to go around gathering up the armies. So my lesson from this is get the Tomfog. Just get it. You might not want to play with it always, but if you end up with a really sucky mission, you want to have it. You really want to have it. It doesn't have to be that one specific hero you like to play with, but someone in your group has to have it. It's the utility of that is you can't really overestimate that. But yeah, first campaign done. Let's proceed to the second one. I'm not sure which one though. So that we can decide that some other time. Armageddon's played done.